Your brain isn't broken. It's just running a different software. Because what if I told you that the kid who can't sit still, the adult who forgets deadlines, the person who hyper-focuses on video games for 6 hours but can't read one email, isn't broken, isn't undisciplined, and isn't choosing this? What if their brain is just wired on a completely different operating system than yours? Today, I'm breaking down the actual truth about ADHD, not the TikTok version, not the everyone's a little ADHD version, the real science. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why willpower was never the problem. Here's the misconception that ruins lives. People think ADHD is about attention. It's not. ADHD isn't a deficit of attention. It's a deficit of attention regulation. People with ADHD don't lack focus. They lack the ability to control where their focus goes. That's why someone with ADHD can stare at a boring task for hours, completely unable to start it, but then get lost in a hobby for 5 hours straight without even noticing time passing. That's not laziness. That's not lack of discipline. That's a brain chemistry issue, specifically a dopamine regulation issue. And here's where it gets worse. Because this misunderstanding leads to real damage. Kids get labeled difficult. Adults get called unreliable. People spend years thinking something is fundamentally wrong with their character, when really something is different in how their brain processes reward, time, and motivation. That shame, it's often more damaging than the ADHD itself. So let's fix the misunderstanding right now. 3 truths about ADHD that change everything. Truth number 1, ADHD is not about trying harder. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, prioritizing, and impulse control, works differently in ADHD brains. You can't try harder to fix a wiring difference. That's like telling someone with poor eyesight to just squint harder instead of getting glasses. Truth number 2, interest-based nervous system, not importance-based. Neurotypical brains prioritize tasks based on importance, deadlines, consequences, obligations. ADHD brains prioritize based on interest, novelty, urgency, and challenge. That's why a person with ADHD can ignore an urgent work deadline but instantly respond to a text message. It's not about what matters, it's about what stimulates. Truth number 3, ADHD is a spectrum of struggle, not a personality quirk. Real ADHD impacts relationships, careers, finances, and mental health. It's linked to higher rates of anxiety, depression, and even shorter life expectancy due to accidents and impulsivity. This isn't a cute, quirky trait. It's a legitimate neurological condition that deserves real understanding, real strategies, and sometimes real treatment. Whether that's therapy, coaching, medication, or structural life changes. The people who thrive with ADHD aren't the ones who push through. They're the ones who learn to work with their brain instead of against it, using systems, external accountability, and environments built for how their mind actually works, not how they wish it worked. If this video made you rethink everything you thought you knew about ADHD, or if you finally feel seen, drop a comment right now and tell me, what's one ADHD myth you used to believe? Subscribe and like this video if it helped you understand yourself or someone you love a little better. See you in the next one.